Hello, hello. Welcome to this week's Mexico Monday. I am Dr. Raquel. It's so good for you to be here today. If you are new and I haven't met you before, it's great to meet you. Just a little bit about myself. Between my husband and I, we have lived in 5 different countries and currently have Mexican residency. And so I am talking to y'all about all the things I had to do to get my residency for Mexico and what I'm doing now in the process of my move. So, today, if you could see my living room right now, it is completely taken over by all the things. I have piles of clothes, I have suitcases open, there's my keep, my store, my let go, my not even store because I'm not planning to store anything, but my donate, my let go, my keep. Because in the middle of purging our home, as you know, we are preparing for this move to Mexico. So, I will be honest, it is a lot more this time than it has been in the past, and not like physically more, but just like mentally more, because I have never moved abroad before with 2 kids. And so I've lived abroad with a kid. I've had a kid abroad, but I've never moved abroad with kids. And their like emotional transitions through the process are also something that take time. And so, especially with things, especially with toys. And so it is a different process. So I wanted to share today like the 3 things that have actually been helping me get through the process. And hopefully for you, this will seem like realistic. It won't be overwhelming for you. It'll be like things you can actually do to help. Because in the past, I've just kind of been like, okay, it's going. If it's not coming with me, it's out of here. And that's been that and period. But as an adult, I can be like, I'm gonna just live without it. But the process has been a little bit different this time. And so the first thing that I've been doing that I'd like to share with you all is just making sure I can see everything first. So I've been doing like a Marie Kondo-ish approach. And so just like, for example, with my kids' things, I started with their clothes, just took every article of clothing that they own and dumping it all out in my living room. And so I put everything out so that I can actually see it. And when I say everything, I mean everything, every sock, every piece of underwear, every undershirt, all of their shirts, shorts, skirts, everything, shoes, stockings, or tights, all the things that they own. I just dumped it out first. And so what I realized is that when like things are in drawers and closets, I'm like, okay, they'll bring these things, but then I find out that they have like 5 other pairs of shorts that look almost exactly the same. No, no. And so once everything was out, it was like super clear. I was like, okay, try this on, see if this fits. Do you even like this? Have you outgrown this? Are you still into Pokemon? Do you still like Barbie? Like, what do they even want to wear? And so this allowed me to kind of see, at least if I have to make a decision for them, how I can choose what I want to pick for them, but also help them to choose what they want to pick. So before we even decided like what we're keeping and what we're not, the first step was just to see all the things, get everything out of everywhere. And what I learned is that I have kids' clothes everywhere, all over my house. And so putting it all together was like, wow, y'all have lots of things. So yeah, that was step 1. Step 2 is to create like very simple rules. Okay, so once I figured out what actually fit, I made it very simple. I let them choose their top 5 favorite t-shirts, their top 5 favorite shorts, my daughter, her top dresses. And that was what we decided was actually like coming with us. So, okay, you have your things that you really like. And based on the things that you really like, these are the things that are going to Mexico. And because they have so much stuff, I was able to actually do like we're packing away the things that are going to Mexico. All your other shirts and shorts and dresses, that's what you're going to be wearing right now. And so that was really helpful because it helped me like just start to move to the side the things that are actually going with us. And then the things that are like fit a little bit big, but it's like, okay, you still can wear this later. It would be helpful in Mexico. Then I packed those things that were a little bit big away because you're not wearing those now anyway. Okay, and then you can grow into them. Life is great. Okay. So the suitcases for Mexico for my kids, they're pretty much done in terms of their clothes. So I feel great. I'm like, if anything happens and we need to move tomorrow, the kids are packed. I don't need to like figure out what they can wear, what they can't wear. And I'm not going to be overpacking because I've already designated a certain amount of each thing. And so as like as they receive a shirt or pants or whatever from a grandparent or something, I can just swap it out with something that's already there. And it's only things that I know that they actually like to wear, that they actually like, that they will wear, and that fits them. And so I feel great about it. Um, and then the third thing that I did was I started like the emotional process early. So I would say, even like 6 months ago, I started trying them to like just get rid of like toys. Now, my daughter, she's younger and she's just less attached. She's less emotionally attached to things. So she's like, get it out. I don't need it. Oh, this bead fell off. It's broke. Wait, we can get rid of this. But my son is much more emotionally connected to things. And so things for him equal like a space and time, and he has a great memory. So they equal like, oh, this is when I was a baby in Belgium, and I'm like, but you're not a baby anymore, so we can give it to a new baby. And he's like, but I was in Belgium and a baby. So why would I give that away? Um, and it's like, I don't even have an emotional attachment to this. How do you? You weren't even really aware of things. So, it's taken much more of a process for him to let go of things. And so, what I have done with them is I started creating two piles. So this is the going to Mexico pile. This is a not going to Mexico pile. But the key to this is that they still get to play with the not going to Mexico pile right now. So if you want to play with something, you probably should prioritize the not going to Mexico pile. Because once we are packing to leave, these things are going away to another boy or girl. And so, if you want to play, if you want to read this book again, then go ahead and read it now. Prioritize this pile. So instead of just a sudden, all right, we're getting rid of this right now, they are slowly preparing for the things and they're getting used to the idea that all of these things are not going with them. And they actually just last weekend got rid of like 3.5 like trash bags of toys and things that either they don't want anymore or that are broken. So they're doing great. But it's just helping them to like enjoy the things that are not coming with us now, getting in their mind. It's time to let it go so it won't feel as abrupt. And honestly, I am realizing for myself, I need to do the same thing. So because of this process, I have started I started with my clothes, and I'm like, man, I wish I would have done this like a year ago with these clothes because it is so great to just pull out my drawer and know the shirt that I'm wearing because I got rid of all the ones that I don't even really like. But it's just been really great. This process, I'm realizing, is not just about stuff. Like it's about decisions. What stays, what goes, and what comes into this like next chapter of life. Um, and I'm also noticing like how easy it is to just want to hold on to things just in case. But at some point, you just have to think like, okay, does this actually fit into the life that I'm moving into? Not the life I had, not the life I might go back to, but the life that I am choosing. And what really prompted me to think about that too was I had a conversation with my sister. And she was like, "So why are you thinking that far into the future? Why are we planning for that exactly? Because we don't have any idea what's going to happen between like now and moving time. So why are we planning for like now moving time after moving time after moving time after moving time? Like we're thinking too far into the future of these things. Right now, we're just focusing on like the next step, and the next step is moving. And so that was really a reality check for me too. Like, okay, I don't know how many of y'all are familiar with Clifton Strengths, but I am also a strengths coach. And so my futuristic is getting me all in the way where I'm not as focused on the present, but much more focused on the future, what will happen in the future, how to prepare for the future. And I need to be like focused on the immediate future versus like the long-term future. So yeah, it's about really focusing on what this next phase of life will look like and what you need for this next phase of life. And realistically, I've shared this before. Um, Mexico has Walmart. Mexico has Costco. Mexico has Home Depot. So many of those things, sorry, I just have to take a sip. Um, Many of those things that like you may think that you need, you can research now to see you don't need those. And I've already shared like I made the mistake of like storing things in the past, and I definitely don't plan to do that again. Like maybe a box in the shed of my son's trophies or our degrees, but that's about all I'm planning on keeping. So if you're thinking about moving abroad, just know this is also a part of the process. It's not just planning, it's not just paperwork. It's also like letting go and getting clear and deciding like what really matters for this next phase of life. I one thing that this makes me think of too is I remember with a previous job I had students that would come study abroad with me. And one of the things they always brought with them was peanut butter. And it was like, one group would tell the next group, oh, make sure that you bring your peanut butter with you because, like, the peanut butter here is different. And I was thinking, is the peanut butter nasty in this place? Like, why do people keep saying that? And then when I actually tasted like the peanut butter in that place, child, it was honey peanut butter. It was delicious. And I was like, all these children not experiencing the wonder of this amazing peanut butter because they are holding on to this American peanut butter. What are we doing? But also, like, I've been doing the same thing, just thinking like way too far in advance. And so, if you want support as you're navigating your own process, whether it's just like the practical side of the things, just having a space to talk things through, this is exactly why I created the Best Life Abroad meetup. So we have a meetup coming up this Saturday in person. And I will put all the information in the notes. But hopefully I'll see you there because honestly, these meetups so far have been very great. Just in terms of having other people to bounce ideas off of, or just like share what you feel really passionate about the place you want to move to, or just like, I'm not really sure about this piece. So, does anybody have any advice? People may be further along in like just their move abroad process. They may be further along in maybe they're like business owners. Like I have had great interactions with people who have just been business owners longer than me and who have given me great advice just about how to make my business more nimble and more mobile. Um, I highly recommend the meetups, and I really hope that I see you on Saturday. So Saturday at 10:30 are our meetups. If you are in the Charlotte or extended Charlotte area, we hope to see you there at Waterbean Coffee in Huntersville, North Carolina. So I just wanted to share this. Hopefully it's helpful for someone because it's really been like a process that's been super helpful for me. We have cleared out so much stuff just with this process. And it has helped my kids like emotionally just really be able to just manage the process of getting rid of things a lot better. So hopefully it helped you. If so, if you know someone else who's thinking about a move abroad or who might be in like I'm ready to get rid of the things phase, feel free to share this video with them and I look forward to seeing you next week. Okay, bye.